Right. So studying is a big part of this truth. Um, I will say this: just because you're a guy that can retain a lot of information, regurgitate scriptures, and you study a lot, and you're well versed in the scriptures, don't mean that you're gonna walk according to the scriptures. Because the scriptures talk about men that get into this truth for vainglory. They just want to be known as a guy that can break down scriptures and have all this top-notch knowledge, but their walk in the truth is shitty. And the apostles and the elders on down, have been going into this, talking about these type of guys, the guys that are real good in the scriptures, that know a lot, know history, and can go into the Hebrew, and but their walk in the truth is as a nigga, you know. So let's get some of them words in Romans 13:13, and Lord willing, I'm gonna wrap this up in just a bit. So for that word, we're just gonna get a few of them. The scriptures say, "Let us walk honestly as in a day, not in rioting." Let's look up the word rioting.
Strong's G 2970. Comos. Comos.
Okay. It says a revel, carousal, a nocturnal and riotous procession of half-drunken and frolicsome fellows who after supper parade through the streets with torches and music in honor to Bacchus or some other deity, and sing and play before houses of male and female friends. Hence, used generally of feast and drinking parties that are protracted till late at night and indulge in revelry. So bring it up to today, what you so-called Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans do, and what we've all done, being out in these clubs or being out late in that party spirit, man. Is really you coming in the spirit of the having a feast on to Bacchus, or in the spirit of Bacchus, you know. And you can do your research on Bacchus. You can read about that in the Apocrypha, in the in the book of uh, First or Second Maccabees. Not gonna get that right now, but you know that spirit of going out to the club, man. That shit is played out. Uh, uh, Usually, what you do is you get you something to eat, because you about to go and get drunk, and when you get drunk and you don't have, you gonna them spirits gonna get on you, and you're gonna be wilding out. A lot of adultery is gonna get committed. Lewd acts, especially by the women, are gonna be committed. Undisciplined talk, undisciplined behavior is gonna take place. And coming into this truth, we gotta cast that off, man. And really, we ain't in the time to be doing no clubbing and going out to clubs and all that shit. Cause really, that's just a wicked environment. Uh, and drunkenness, and chambering. Chambering is really just talking about, you know, whether you committing adultery or always want to, basically in the spirit of just overindulging in sex. The bed chamber, want to go take a woman to the and put your rod in the bed, and a lot of time it's gonna it could be adultery. So uh of course, us brothers in this truth, you young in this, even when you young in this truth, ain't nobody committing no adultery. But being in that spirit of just sex all the time, you chasing at the broad, so you got all these females and you laying down with them. We not in that time, man. That's of the world, where you want to see how many women you could pop, you know, and that give you status in this world, you know. Um, and wantonness means undisciplined. Not gonna go into that word. And strife, always being contentious, whether it's with friends, family, um, just having that contentious spirit, you know, gotta cast that off. And envy, being jealous of the next man, you know, of what he got, or his status, you know, not coming in that spirit, man. Those are all ways of the world, of this world. And Esau has a society set up that will have you, execute those type of actions and emotions, because this is a wicked kingdom. What we had? Okay, I just pulled back up the photo what I had up. Let that show. Cause that picture in the background is speak a lot of words of what spirit not to come in. This is that riotous spirit right here, that you see in the background. Um, this is the last verse. I'm gonna read this and I'll close out. It says, "But put ye on the Lord Yahushua Mashiach." How do you put on the Lord Yahushua Mashiach? You be baptized in these scriptures, or you be and stay immersed in these scriptures, and that's going to increase your chances of walking according to these scriptures, because you constantly in this word. It's constantly in your meditation, you know. Reading on, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. The word provision means forethought, to think something out before you do it, and that's what so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have been trained and indoctrinated to do here in America. Think about how they gonna fulfill the lust of their flesh before they go and do it, you know. Um, and that's a topic in itself, to go in all the wickedness that Jake gets into, man. We'll be here into the missiles drop. But for us brothers in this truth, it's gonna be a battle, the flesh against the spirit. And when you're young in the truth, it's gonna be more of a battle, you know. And I'm even say this, Satan is gonna test you, the longer you're in this truth. And if you're not a man of the Lord, you'll fall right back into this nature, the man that you used to be, you know. Stay in these scriptures, stay away from the world, man. Niggas you used to hang out with, that's a big thing, hanging out with that old crowd. You got to cut that off, you got to cut that off, and you be around like-minded men, brothers that are in your camp, and you stay in these scriptures, and pray, keep praying and fasting, you know. And with that, that's pretty much it. I hope